We were just so lucky to get this film off the ground. I think we just felt a huge sense of accomplishment by doing that. And then the fact that there's been the response to it, that that the audience is reacting in the way that they did, that they are, that all the award stuff is really just kind of icing on the cake. I think we just feel like, just the whole experience of this movie has been kind of like a movie.
You said that learning to play jazz piano in particular was one of the best experiences, and I'm intrigued about how exactly you learnt. We see Seb playing by ear in the film. Did you play by ear? Do you have lessons?
Yeah, I had a wonderful coach, and we worked for about 3 months. The director wanted to shoot all of those sequences in one take, so there was no opportunity to squeeze in or sneak in a proper piano player. So I had to learn, but I've always wanted to play, so I just really was excited for the challenge.
And I love Seb's old school attitude to music. He's got the tape deck in his car and those vinyls in his apartment. What's your take on that? Are you an old school record collector or an MP3 streaming?
I'll just take it where I can get it, I guess. I have all those formats. They all have their own sort of purpose and charm, I guess.
You're obviously no stranger to singing and dancing, from those adorable Mickey Mouse Club performances and obviously your band, Dead Man's Bones. Has La La Land whetted your appetite, and can we see more of the musical, Ryan?
I loved working with music in this film, and I've always wanted to make an old-fashioned Hollywood musical, but in this style, So that's why this felt so rare, because it was, those Gene Kelly musicals that I grew up on that I really loved, but I thought that was a thing of the past. So, if there was an opportunity to make more in that style, I think I'd be thrilled.
And tell us about the incredible musicians that you work with in this film, obviously starting with John Legend and also the incredible jazz club band that you have.
Yeah. It was incredible to work with all of these musicians. I mean, it was all the time offset when everybody was playing while they were setting up the shots. It was some of the most fun that we had. But it was slightly terrifying to, be playing piano in front of John Legend. But the director did a great kindness to me by giving John a guitar, which he did not play. So it leveled the playing field a little bit, which was nice.
And I could watch the dance sequences, the dance sequence on the hill, particularly over and over again. I'm sure it'll be one that people actually do in the future, watch many times. To what extent do you realise the impact of a scene like that when you're working on it?
I don't know. I think we were just focused on trying to accomplish it, that it was a dream of Damien's to shoot not only just the dance sequence, but a whole scene, a song, and a dance, all at this specific time of day where the light was purple and pink on this bluff. We had 7 shots at it over the course of 2 days. Each day we had 7 takes, but really there were only 3 or 4 takes where the light was just right. So it was just very, it was a tall order, but we were all working together to do it, and we had rehearsed a lot. And just in that moment when we were finally doing it, was the first time I really stopped to look at how far we had all come. And I was really proud of all of us, because there were many times along the way that we thought we might have to change the plan, but we did it, and so that was exciting.
And Seb's story shows the predicament that many creative people find themselves in, rather continue doing something that nourishes them or taking a job that pays the bills. How close have you come to ever giving up on your dreams for that reason?
I mean, it's always there's definitely a lot of struggle involved, but it's such a wonderful job that I feel like it's always been, the pros have always outweighed the cons, And I've also had a lot more luck in my life than this character has. This character has really experienced, little to no luck. And he's on the verge of becoming a very bitter and angry person. And love intervenes and saves him from becoming the worst version of himself.
There are some people who might not like musicals. I think musicals often get a bad name. What would you say to those people about La La Land?
In a way, we kind of made this musical for those people, or we're very conscious of that. You know, the idea that what we wanted to do is make it work as a musical, but we also wanted it to just work as a film as well, and try and create characters that were believable and accessible and relatable, and you know, not have the acting style be theatrical to try and support the sort of theatrical nature of the whole film. That also presented a problem, because then you have to also have those characters fly off into the stars and dance, and then come back and carry on a conversation. So it's tonally it was tricky, but you know, I think it makes the film more accessible to people that aren't fans of the genre.
Absolutely, Ryan Gosling, an absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey,